Welcome. Welcome home, my family, my brothers, my sisters. Oh, MITAKUYE. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Haush, haush, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. May you give yourself permission to be truly, truly you. To be radiant, to be happy to be you. To be happy where you are. To have movement and motions, meaning doing actions because it makes you happy to do them. May you give yourself permission to fulfill your life as you have written and chosen for yourself. Meaning if you are called or you are pressed to make a phone call and to call someone and say, hello, I love you, I miss you, I'm thinking about you, this, and this. May you not be ruled by fear. May you be compelled by love, by joy, to do your life mission, to fulfill your purpose, to know your place. May you give yourself permission to be seen, to be known, meaning when you are struggling and you are having a battle or a circumstance, may you feel safe to be transparent, to share the exposure of your cards and say, brothers and sisters, I'm having this experience and I'm feeling this way. Especially if it is not so pretty, right? Like if you're sad, you're crying. May you have the ability to show up anyway, and most especially then, because what a disservice it is to not let me be there for you in that time, right? I am certainly guilty of not exposing all of the ugly times and not communicating 100% what I'm struggling with. Because for me, it's important to consciously be mindful of the energy I'm bringing to the space. And I choose personally to never manipulate forces and to attempt to not get my needs met by using additional forces such as my personal will. Meaning, I'm not going to tell you my personal struggles, why I can benefit from a certain offering. Instead, it is more important to me to have a personal relationship and to communicate, saying what I need and what I'm asking for, instead of pushing someone and trying to convince someone to do something for me so that I can feel loved. My Father knows what will make me feel loved. My Father knows what lights me up, what makes me happy. And your Father knows what makes you happy, what lights you up. So may you give yourself permission to receive, to be in this peace, to be in this joy. However, can you imagine how much torment and suffering and frustration and all the other expressions that will come if you do not give yourself permission to have fun? Meaning to not be yourself. Not only this, but how much will the world stink because you are not here and you are not being yourself? You are lying. You are showing up at places you don't even want to be. And then I'm around this energy where you don't want to be there. It makes me wonder, why am I here? Like this isn't cool. However, imagine if we both show up to the same place and we're both very happy to be there. Right? Instead of coming from a place of performance, instead bearing witness and giving ourselves permission to have compassion. Sometimes we want to run away whenever we see someone having suffering, right? We want to comfort and consult and make it all better, when really sometimes the person just needs to let it all out and just let it be there, instead of us trying to change how they feel because it makes us feel uncomfortable that they are sad. Sometimes it helps perhaps if we would just redirect our attention and we could say, Father, God, you know why this child is crying. Please comfort them. Sometimes it can be that simple. However, again, I have to encourage you to remind you that God does need people, which is why you're here. You are meant to do something that is so true to yourself that no one else can validate and no one else can push you. Sometimes it's very obvious, right? And sometimes you allow yourself to be in a community. You allow yourself to be surrounded by people. So people will be like, "You're an artist. Oh, of course you should be doing this, and you could be doing this, and you could be doing this, and I could see you doing this, and why don't you try this and try this?" However, if you're hiding, not allowing yourself to be seen, or sometimes it goes the other way, right? Sometimes we're wearing I don't know, different garments, right? Like different forms of expressions. Let's say someone's wearing gothic clothing or certain band t-shirts, and they're masking their identity under these other layers of identity. However, this person is not limited to just liking this genre of music. This person is not just limited to these few isolated experiences, whether they were 100 experiences in that dimension, whether that be sitting with different people or different groups and having different you could say inheritances, and there's a lot of different words for this, which is why I encourage you to sit with me in private, because then I can use words that are more along the lines of your language instead of attempting to consciously slash unconsciously reach a more wide dimension. However, I trust that I'm reaching who I need to reach at this time. So in this moment, I'd like to make a little bit of communication. And it's possible I will make more art or more video journaling later today. However, in this exact moment, I just want to communicate a little something. I am opening my very first group coaching. I'm going to be offering a group container space. And this will be easily accessible to everyone anywhere in the world. So it doesn't matter what you do or where you are. I am offering this for an affordable rate of $20. And I'm going to be raising the rate tomorrow to $50 per person. This is for 5 days in a group container with me, and we will be working together as a group and a team. It's up to you if you choose to receive from other people or if you choose to receive feedback, okay? Or if you just choose to speak and you want to speak to the community. There's many different things that can occur in this space. However, it depends most of all, what are you open to? Now, my group is going to be called and is called Free to Be Me. I will call this a highlighter. The group is called Free to Be Me. This is especially for those who have been hiding and shameful or guilty and just, you could say, being unhappy. I hope to uplift you. I hope to bring you peace and comfort and truth in your true identity, not just the masking and the playing of different characters and roles, down to the true you. True you. In internal family systems, we call this the self, capital S self. And I really, really love and resonate and enjoy with these practices. And I have the intention of bringing to the space a couple different tools, highlighter tools. Perhaps I have some tools to offer you. Allow me to also do this. So I'm going to be teaching some tools, meaning like different exercises that you can do. So even when I'm not with you, you'll be able to do them. Some of them will be breath work. I have a couple different things. It's going to be like, I want to say instrumented or orchestrated or designed for the individual who is coming to the space. So an intention of this person, let's redesign. We'll say an example is a person coming to the space, and then let's say she says, I have the intention of not being angry anymore. I've been angry for a very long time, and I'm not really fully sure why I'm even still angry. And then that will provide a space, an opening where I will be able to speak into this, and then I might be able to give direct information and ask some questions that can help make some more things become more obvious so that you can personally do the inner work. However, if you are not open and not willing to receive, then perhaps it's not the time. And sometimes Each person has their own inner voice that needs to be listened to. Perhaps right now when I'm speaking, you recognize and you know that you've been resisting journaling. And you know that journaling is something that you have to do, or maybe it's singing. I like to always joke. And my favorite way to joke is to tell you like this, your favorite color is orange. And perhaps by me playing in that way, it makes your inner voice louder. It says, no, it isn't. It's yellow. It's pink. It's green. You understand? So by provoking and playing and stretching in this way, it helps make your inner voice more louder by speaking an untruth, right? And then, of course, sometimes it can go the other way where it's like, how did you know my favorite color is orange? How did you know? That's weird. So there's a lot of different play and a lot of different things that come up. So I invite you. You can send me a message. You can send me an email. You can leave a comment. You can leave a comment and tell me I'm interested. However, the best way would probably be to send me an email. You can also go into the description of this video. I have my Cash App. I have my PayPal. And until midnight tonight, my time, okay, let's see. We'll say, bear with me. We'll say 4.5 hours from now, this amazing deal will end, and it will be changing to $50. And if you would like to wait just so that you can send the 50 because you know that it's going to be worth that, you're welcome to do that as well. I'm also going to still be inviting individuals to the group called Free to Be Me until the closing of the group. So this is your invitation. You can take it personal or you can choose to just ignore this calling. However, I will not be alive forever. So I invite you now that I am here, that you will give yourself permission to let me speak to you and to let me see you and hear you. Because what a gift it is. If it's not resonating, then that's okay. I'm not here to sell you. I'm just here to have clear boundaries of what my offering is. If you are completely lacking funds and you are completely incapable of doing so at this time, I'm still happy to welcome you to the space. Especially if you know that I have medicine in my heart that can comfort you and provide you with tools and instruments so that you may be free of your grief, of your suffering, of your personal tragedy or the storytelling that you're doing. I really, really love to combine things of mindfulness, meditation, witnessing. There's so many different degrees, and each person is going to be different. And I can promise you that I am very different and that I am not like anyone you've met before. And it would be an honor to serve you. So I bless you, and I bless this space, and I look forward to seeing you. Yes, Samuel, as I stated, you can send me an email. You will require to have an app. It's called Voxer, Voxer. You can download this app right now. It's completely free. It's a walkie-talkie application. It's one of my favorite ways to provide my services. On my official website, TrinaChristineMason.com, you'll also see under the Services tab the offer to work with me in a private Voxer one-on-one for an entire month. So please give yourself permission to explore and to honor the call of your heart. And even if you choose not to join us in this group container and you choose not to be seen and heard, then I still encourage you to attempt to give yourself permission to have the freedom to be yourself. And I mean this in the most loving way. So this means if your mom is strict and says, no, you can't go out to play and you can't do this and you can't do this, okay, especially if mom has passed away and this is just a voice in your head now telling you, you can't eat like this, you can't live like this. If it only hurts you to hear this voice and to feel this way, then please, again, give yourself permission to be happy, to be free, to be you, free to be happy, free to be at peace. So, shalom, shalom. You can also send me a message on Instagram. That's another favorite way to communicate. And I look forward to seeing you in there. I'm very excited for those who have already signed up. I already am getting all kinds of messages and flooded with inspiration of what I can't wait to bring to the space. Different exercises I'm very excited to go over, and different things I'm very excited to communicate also that I have not been able to always directly give to each individual person. For example, you may have only seen me in a very limited way. And you might only have the capacity to really only view me in one way, like Trina's a wrestler, right? Or something like that, right? But really, I'm so much more than just a professional wrestler. I'm so much more than someone who provided psychic readings inside Casateca, Florida, right? And if I sat here and I just breathed and sat with you, perhaps you could see that. Perhaps that would make you feel uncomfortable because I would be something that you haven't seen before. A different kind of person, a different flavor, a different personality, a different light in the eyes. Yes. I can also be a great mirror and great reflection. I strongly encourage anyone who has personally experienced trauma to understand polyvagal theory. I have the deepest compassion for you. And perhaps I can say it's because I am you. I love you so much. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this free broadcast. I will be back. I will be making more art. And oh, that's all I can really say more than anything. You know who you are when I say you need to call me. I love you. I miss you. You know who you are. You know who you are. Do I need to sing to you? I definitely keep wanting to come on here and to sing more because I know that it's part of my process of being a death doula. Sometimes I just don't want to let you go though, which is why sometimes it's hard for me to sing. But I hope you know my heart is still singing and God is still calling you home. And I'm here. And I'll always be here. And there's nothing that will ever take me away from you. Our love is true and eternal. We are family. Family, family, family. You know who you are. Oh, MITAKUYE, OYSAIN. Jai Bhagwan. Namaste. Hush, hush. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Sana, sana, sana. Sana. Thank you. Happy birthday, Tim. God bless you. Dios te bendiga. Ciao.